Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley knows best. Emmy Metters gives sad update on dad. Chrisley knows best. Alum Emmy Metters is giving a sad update on her father. It has not been an easy year dealing with breakup. Now she is in the worst place possible with her beloved dad. What exactly is going on? Read on for more details. Chrisley knows best. Emmy Metters gives sad update on dad. Emmy Metters has had several years of ups and downs. Viewers watched her relationship with Chrisley knows best star Chase Chrisley. It was very on and off, but he eventually put a ring on it, and this seemed to be the light at the end of the tunnel. His parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, were heading to prison in early 2023, so he popped the question in October 2022. This way they could see this momentous occasion before they headed off. Sadly, in 2019, Emmy's beloved father was diagnosed with ALS, and it rocked her family to the core. She did seem elated to plan a life with Chase, but sadly that did not last either. In the summer of 2023, the two called off their engagement. He has since moved on with a new woman and is focused on real estate. As for Emmy, she shared a status update on her father via Instagram. With deep sadness, he will remain in hospice so he can be as comfortable as possible. Their main goal was for him not to suffer, and they are ensuring that he will continue to be at peace. Finally, Emmy noted all of the kindness and prayers mean the world to her and her family. This post made its way to Reddit, and followers felt really bad about what was going on with Emmy Metters' father. So very sad, prayers for an easy transition. Along with the post about her father's status, Emmy also shared a sweet photo of them holding hands. On the snap she wrote, "We've spent some of the best quality time together as a family, and we will continue to love my sweet daddy until Jesus calls him home." Moving on, despite all that is going on in her life, Emmy Metters has shared glowing photos of herself on her social media. She looks better than she ever has since parting ways with Chase Chrisley. He has since moved on but has received a lot of hate regarding his new love. They started dating within months of his split from Emmy, but the biggest problem is prancing on social media. Apparently, he said he would keep his next romance private, but that did not happen. Hopefully, they both find real happiness with the right person. For now, Emmy is in a lot of pain, but seems to be handling it immensely well. It was a rare, sun-dappled morning at the Chrisley estate, where humor, drama, and love usually intertwine to create a perfect Southern spectacle. But today was different. Emmy Metters, who had quickly become an integral part of the Chrisley family since her engagement to Chase, was unusually quiet as she sat at the kitchen island. Her typical bubbly demeanor had been replaced by a pensive air. Julie, ever the mother hen, noticed immediately. "Sweetheart," Julie asked gently, pouring Emmy a fresh cup of coffee, "is everything all right? You've barely touched your breakfast." Emmy looked up from her untouched plate of waffles, her blue eyes shimmering with unshed tears. "I'm okay," she said softly, but the tremor in her voice betrayed her words. Todd Chrisley, ever the sharp observer, strode into the kitchen with his characteristic flair. "Now, Emmy, we all know I'm okay in woman speak means I'm absolutely not okay. So spill it, darling. What's going on?" The room fell silent as Emmy took a deep breath. "It's about my dad," she began. "We got some news from his doctor, and it's not good." Chase, who had been scrolling through his phone at the far end of the room, immediately put it down and moved to sit beside her. "What kind of news?" he asked, his voice filled with concern. Emmy hesitated, her fingers fidgeting with the hem of her sleeve. "He's been diagnosed with ALS. It's progressing faster than we hoped." The weight of her words sank in, casting a heavy shadow over the usually lively kitchen. Julie placed a comforting hand on Emmy's shoulder while Todd's face softened, his usual sarcasm replaced by genuine empathy. "Oh, sweetheart," Julie whispered, her voice breaking slightly. "I'm so sorry." Todd, ever the patriarch, cleared his throat and spoke with uncharacteristic solemnity. "Emmy, you know we're family now. Whatever you need, whether it's support, resources, or just someone to cry with, you have us." Later that day, the family gathered in the living room to discuss how they could support Emmy and her family during this challenging time. Savannah, who had a knack for planning, suggested organizing a fundraiser to raise awareness and funds for ALS research. "I think we should do something big," Savannah said, her eyes lighting up with determination. A charity event, maybe a gala, something to not only support Emmy's dad but to help other families going through the same thing. Chase nodded, his usual playful demeanor replaced by a serious resolve. I'm in, whatever it takes to make this easier for Emmy and her family. Even Todd, who often joked about his aversion to hard work, was fully on board. Savannah, you plan the event. I'll handle the guest list. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's rubbing elbows with people who can make a difference. The family dove into planning with their usual mix of chaos and heart. Grayson offered to design posters and social media posts, while Chloe insisted on helping bake treats for the event. As the days passed, the Chrisleys threw themselves into the project, pouring their love and energy into making the fundraiser a success. Emmy, though overwhelmed by her own emotions, found comfort in their unwavering support. She spent hours by her dad's side, sharing the details of the event and assuring him that he was not alone in this fight. The night of the gala arrived, and the Chrisley mansion was transformed into a sparkling wonderland. Guests dressed in their finest attire mingled under twinkling lights, enjoying live music and an array of southern delicacies. The family's efforts paid off as donations poured in, exceeding their expectations. During the event, Todd took to the stage, microphone in hand. For once, his usual quips were replaced by heartfelt sincerity. Ladies and gentlemen, he began, his voice steady but filled with emotion. Tonight isn't just about raising money or awareness. It's about love, family, and community. When Emmy came into our lives, she brought her family's story with her, and it's a story that has touched all of us deeply. He paused, glancing at Emmy, who was seated beside her dad in the front row. Emmy, your strength and grace inspire us all. And to your dad, sir, you've raised an incredible daughter. We're here tonight because of the love you've instilled in her and the love she's shared with us. The room erupted in applause as Todd stepped down, tears glistening in his eyes. Emmy's dad, though visibly weakened by his condition, managed a smile and a grateful nod. As the night wound down, Emmy found herself standing on the balcony, looking out at the stars. Chase joined her, wrapping his arm around her waist. You okay? He asked softly. Emmy leaned into him, her heart full despite the heaviness she carried. I think I will be, she said. Knowing I have you and your family, it makes all the difference. Chase kissed her temple, his love for her evident in every gesture. We'll get through this together, he promised. One step at a time. In the weeks that followed, the Chrisley family continued to support Emmy and her dad in every way they could. The gala's success not only brought in significant funds for ALS research, but also strengthened the bond between Emmy and the Chrisleys. Through the laughter, tears, and shared determination, Emmy realized that she was not just marrying into a family, she was becoming part of a team that stood together through thick and thin, and in the face of life's toughest challenges, that was all the strength she needed.